is it wise to enjoy yourself in college? Like, if you could do it again, would you enjoy yourself in college, or would you just start trying to build these businesses and really, really commit to it at an earlier age?
That's another great question, Anthony. Well, there's a couple things with that because honestly, like something that I fell into was the hustle culture, and that's a big thing that I feel like the Hormozis of the world kind of push, and people don't realize that it really takes a toll on your mind. Where I got to the point where I couldn't even go and enjoy things because I felt like I just have to be working the whole time, and it
Mm,
kind of like put me down the spiral that I don't deserve to do anything until I get to this certain point in life, which is a horrible way to look at it.
yeah.
Um, and like I said, like I'd be hanging out with my friends, my family, and I would just my mind would be so much elsewhere, and it was like this terrible feeling, and I like started to not enjoy anything. It was really bad. Um, so looking back on it, I'm happy I enjoyed my college days. Come my senior year, that hustle culture kind of started to settle in on me, and that's when I started to realize like life. I wasn't really enjoying life that much or as much as I could because my whole goal is to squeeze as much out of life as I possibly can. So like that's the business side and the life side. Who is it? I like to mention this guy. I'm sure a lot of people know who Jesse Itzler is. I love listening to his content. I love to consume his stuff because he's all about building your business resume, but also building your life resume. And once I started to like kind of position my mindset into that, life became way more enjoyable for me. Life became more fun. Everything started to open up, and I could go out and enjoy things with my friends and also be able to work my ass off every single day to kind of just build up this business that my co-founder and I are working on.
Do you feel guilty during that time?
I did feel guilty, yes.
A lot of guilt. I struggle with the exact same things.
hmm
So, like, how do you get out of that? And how do you know when you do have balance?
So, I did feel guilty. How do you get out of that? Um, Now, I don't. It's such a tricky spot you're in because like you want to work really hard and you want to put your head down until you can get somewhere to you can like have a little more time and freedom to enjoy what you want to do, right? Like there's
Mhm.
always going to be sacrifice with something. So if you can kind of just position that mindset in a way of like, listen, this time is extremely temporary. It's not going to last forever. I'm going to sacrifice maybe a couple other things more now than I will down the line, and putting yourself into that mindset might help a lot. Like being able to understand, like I mentioned, it's only temporary for a little bit of time. Once I built up a little bit of momentum and I get things going, maybe I cannot let loose on the business, but I can actually go out and start enjoying things a little more, you know?
Yeah. It's just like it's a great point, bro. For the start of this year, so last semester I was I'd be going out, I'd be partying a bunch. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. But then it gets to the point where it kind of gets old. And then I went to a business planning workshop, and I sat there, and the guy that was running it, he asked the question to the audience, and he said, "Ask yourself how many wasted days you had this past year." And after he said that, it just hit home. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, holy shit, I probably wasted a month. Like a month of going out partying. The next day you're hungover, you don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
The day after that, it's still kind of screwing you over. And so you're going to take another day off. And it made me sick to my stomach. And so this New Year's, I put my head down and said, I'm not wasting any more days. And I went on this tear of discipline, you could call it. As dumb as that sounds, I was like locked in. But then it gets to a point where right now I'm like, I feel a little bit burned out, and I'm trying to have a little bit more fun and a little bit of balance. And I'm slowly just through trial and error trying to figure out a way to do it with still work hard, not feel guilty, have a little bit of fun too. But life is it's a little bit happier when you can work both ways. So
Exactly. Well, that's it, man. It's all about trial and error. You need to go out and experience things that like you we're still so young. We're still in our 20s, right? So it's like a lot of it is I'm still finding out what I want to do. I'm 25. I have no, like, obviously, I have my direction with my business. I know what I want to do there, but life in general, I'm not fully sure. I'm still figuring it out every day. I go trying as many things as possible to find out if I don't like them. I'm not trying to find out exactly what I like. I'm trying to find out exactly what I don't like. Because then I can kind of just if I base it off that, I'll be able to find my path a little easier and not have as much stress on myself.
100%. And I've learned that lesson through internships, like my way. I had an internship, couple of internships where I just didn't like it. It's nothing to do with the company. It was just the material wasn't great. But that's the most motivating thing in the world, because when you sit at a desk for 8 hours a day doing something you hate, there is nothing that lights a fire in your stomach more than just sitting there in misery. And it's like, I have to do something to get out of that. It's another great point. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.